Right. So, hello everyone. Happy Tuesday. Gail is here, and I have one guest so far. I'm hoping some more folks will be joining in. Miss Debbie is here from out in Halls Crossroads in Knox County, and we're going to do a little cooking today. You are in my kitchen, and I'm not going to let you look at me for long because I have been out. I walked and I sweated a little bit, which was nice to be outside. And I don't have any makeup on, so you're getting the real me tonight. But anyway, I do want to talk to you a little bit about what I'm going to cook. First of all, I want to ask a question. I wonder if anyone has heard of a new subscription service that Pampered Chef is offering. It's called Taste Buds. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that, but I want to show you a little bit about what that includes, because the recipe that I'm actually making tonight is from my Taste Buds subscription. You can subscribe for 1 month and try it out. I think it's around $20 to get it for 1 month. And then, of course, you do have to, like any subscription, you have to unsubscribe if you don't want to continue to get it. But if you subscribe for 3 months or 6 months, of course, the price goes down a little bit. And it's really kind of fun because I don't know about you guys, but I find that my most difficult task in fixing dinner at night is to decide what to have. And then making sure I've got all the ingredients for what I decide I want to have. So, but anyway, each month, Pampered Chef sends you, it's a theme, and January's theme was actually called Garlic Goodness. And I don't know if y'all can see this, it's probably backwards, but it's a nice little set of 3 recipes. Plus, on the back of this one, there's about 9 more things that you can actually do with some seasonings that they send you. And if you've ever used any of Pampered Chef seasonings, I think you might be excited to try this, because actually in the January one, we got a pack of garlic rub. Also got our new seasoning that just came out this month called lemon garlic, and I used that a couple nights ago on some chicken, and it was phenomenal. It's really, really good. I love lemon pepper, but this had a little garlic flavor to it, so it was really good. I think it would be awesome on fish as well. And then the one I'm going to be using tonight is actually our crushed peppercorn and garlic. But anyway, you get enough seasonings in this packet to make the recipe, plus to do some other things. You won't use it all up. So it's a good way, if you've never tried any of our seasonings, you can actually sample some of them, try them out in the recipes that they send you. And then, of course, like I said, on the back, there's a lot of other options, things that you can do with the seasoning that you have left over. So I'm going to feature one of our recipes tonight, and I can't wait to try this. Y'all are going to have to be watching me do this for the first time. Our recipe tonight is actually called Steak and Cauliflower Skillet. My husband is a big steak fan. It also has mushrooms. It has the cauliflower, of course, and some spinach. And it's not real difficult to make. It's all a one-pot meal, which is what I like, because I despise to clean up. When I was growing up, I never wanted to learn how to cook because Mom said, well, now, whatever you mess up in the kitchen, you have to clean up. And I was like, oh, well, forget that. If I have to clean up the mess, I'm not going to do it. But anyway, thank goodness we have dishwashers now, and we don't have to fool with that. Anyway, let me show you what I have here. And I'm going to adjust my camera so that you are not looking at me. You're going to get to see what I'm actually doing. And I'm not the best photographer. I have this on a little stand. So anyway, I've got about 1 pound of sirloin, and it's just cut up in cubes, about 1-inch cubes. And I have added 1 tablespoon of the garlic and herb rub into that. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn on my skillet. Now I've got this is our big non-stick stainless 12-inch skillet. It does include the glass lid, but we're going to use this because this is going to make quite a bit. I've got a tablespoon of olive oil in the pan. So we're going to let that heat up for just 2 or 3 minutes before I put the meat in there, because we want to get a nice good sear on that. Let me kind of roll that around a little bit. I love these skillets. I don't know if you guys have seen those in the catalog, but actually our host for the month of January have a chance to get this at 60% off. They can get one. We have 3 different options. We have the 12-inch, the 10-inch, and then we also have a 12-inch wok that's just like this, a little bit deeper. But you can get one, or you can get the whole set of them at 60% off if you're hosting during January. So that's only one of our perks. We'll let that get a little bit hotter. And now, while that's working, while our oil's heating up, I want to show you what else. I have about a medium-sized head of cauliflower that I cut up just into the flowerets. And then I have an 8-ounce container of sliced mushrooms that we'll be adding in. And let's see. And then we have about a half a cup of beef broth or beef stock, whatever you have there. And then the final ingredient, so I like this because there's not a whole lot of ingredients, is a 5-ounce package of baby spinach. And so we'll be adding that in at the end. All right, that's getting pretty warm. Make sure I got some good seasoning in here. I'm going to add a little bit of salt in here. Pampered Chef recipes don't call for a whole lot of salt, but I like a little bit in mine. So I'm going to use our grinder there to put some of our Himalayan pink salt in there. And now I'm just going to go ahead and pour this in. We're just going to put that out in a single layer, if we can, so that all the meat is touching the pan and it can get brown nicely. And then we're just going to let it sit there for a minute and cook. It sounds really good, and it smells pretty good already too. That garlic and peppercorn is just an amazing seasoning. It's good. I really love it on beef and pork. It's also good on pork. It's because it's got the pepper and a little bit of the garlic flavor in that too, so it's just really good. Now, everybody might not be a cauliflower fan. My husband is not, but he agreed to eat this for dinner tonight. So, but the cauliflower is a really healthy vegetable, and it's very high in antioxidants. And, our theme kind of for the month has been eating healthier. And so I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to add more veggies in and to be healthier. And if I lose a little weight, that'll be a plus too. But, the main thing is just to be healthy. Let's see. We're going to let that cook for about, it says about 3 or 4 minutes. So we'll let that go a little bit. You'll just have to listen to me talk. I do want to talk to you a little bit about maybe thinking about having your own party. We've got some different options that Pampered Chef has just let us in on, and one of them is called a shared rewards party. I know many of you may not be real excited to ask your friends to buy things or to join a party. But you know what? How about would it be a little easier if they thought they were going to get a discount on the things that they purchased? And that's what our shared rewards party is. There's no host rewards other than the discount for you. However, your friends and you will benefit, and it can be up to a 25% discount on your entire order. And I actually have one going right now, and they have reached the 25% discount, and the guests are so excited, and they are actually adding more things into the cart since they're going to get a really good discount. So that's another option that we have. I also am doing something called a 15-minute express party. And so if you don't have a lot of time, your friends are busy, and they don't have time to really go for a multi-day party like this one, they may decide they want to do a express party. And it's only about 15 to 20 minutes. It can take place in Messenger, or it can take place in a group on Facebook. So anyway, so think about that. I would love to help you and your friends stock your kitchens with some awesome Pampered Chef products. Now look at that. That is browning up really nice. I'm going to lower the heat down a little bit. I got a new gas cooktop, and I'm learning to use it. I love it. It heats up really quickly, and so you have to kind of keep an eye on it. We're going to let this meat cook a little bit more. You can decide how long you want to cook your steak. We like ours about medium to medium rare, so I'm not going to get it super done for us, but you may want to cook yours a little bit longer if you like it more on the medium well side. Turn those over. I'll let it cook just a couple more minutes. It's looking pretty tasty. Now, I did want to mention, if you have any questions about anything, about products, about hosting a party, about the recipe, anything that you need to ask me about, you can put that in the chat. And before we finish up and we stop with the Zoom tonight, I will try to answer your questions. So if you have any questions, please just put those in the chat and I'll take a look at them. Let me get some more of those turned over. then we're going to take our steak out of the skillet so we can cook our vegetables because we don't want to overcook our steak. My husband's a big griller, so he usually does the steak on the grill. He'll probably tell me I overcook this. I hope some of you, that live in East Tennessee, I hope that you all got outside today and enjoyed the sunshine. It's been such a beautiful day. I'll go ahead and start taking some of this up. We all need a little sun and a little fresh air, I think. We spend so much time inside now. I know I do. Of course, it's winter, but I am looking forward to warmer weather. All right, now we're just going to leave the little browned bits in the bottom because that's where a lot of flavor is going to stay in the pan. And move all the meat out. A friend of mine made this and she said it was absolutely delicious, so I'm excited to try it. I wish we had smell-o-vision. You could smell this. It smells awesome.
That's next on the agenda. They're going to add smell to the computer.
Oh, that's probably right, Debbie. I wouldn't be surprised. That might not be too good of an idea sometimes, though.
No.
All right, so I've got our meat over there. All right, next we are going to add in a little bit more oil. Although I think it looks like we've got probably plenty. And turn that down just a tad bit. We're going to add another tablespoon of oil in. Like I said, I do use olive oil, but you can use canola, whatever your choice is. And then we're going to add our mushrooms. We're going to let those cook up for a few minutes. And I'm going to kind of be scraping up that nice brown goodness on the bottom of the pan. We're going to let those cook, get tender, and then we'll be adding our cauliflower and a little bit of beef broth. Looking good. So what are you guys having for dinner? Debbie, what are you having for dinner tonight?
I just finished a sandwich and chips.
Did you? Okay. I am back on the Weight Watcher train. So I've been trying to eat a little bit healthier and I've been counting my points of things. And actually, I didn't count the points for this recipe, but I don't think it's going to be really bad because I can have steak. Sirloin is lean and it's not got a lot of fat or anything.
Yeah, that's a very low fat meal.
And then of course I can have all the vegetables I want.
Yeah. Tomorrow night we're having baked ham with pineapple and fried zucchini.
Oh, yum! That sounds good. I love
cook every night. Some nights I'm simply not up to it, and today was one of those days.
Right, I know. Some days I'm not up to it either. Some days I'm just like, okay, Jim, do you want to have soup and sandwich tonight or something? And he's like, sure, he's fine. He's not real picky. He eats whatever I cook, which I'm very fortunate.
Yeah, my husband's the same way, but he'd rather have a bowl of cereal. But that if you replace the cauliflower with broccoli florets, I think it would taste better.
Yeah, that's what Jim suggested. But I said, well, it's got this spinach in it. We're already getting a green vegetable, and I'm going to keep the cauliflower.
Instead of spinach, you could take a couple of carrots and use a peeler and peel them off. Peel off shreds.
Yep, I love carrots. That's one of my favorite vegetables. I love broccoli too. All right, I'm going to go ahead and add my broth. And we're
Is that canned broth or
that was beef broth.
Pre-made broth.
Pre-made, yep. I didn't have time to do my own. But yeah, I had part of a container in the refrigerator, so I'm using the rest of that up.
Yeah.
And let's see. And we're going to also add 2 more teaspoons of our seasoning, our crushed peppercorn and garlic. So I'm just going to sprinkle this over the top.
How hot is that peppercorn and garlic seasoning?
It's not super spicy. Now, my friend that made this, she does not like spicy stuff, and she said that she would probably cut down on it a little bit the next time she made it. But we like a little bit of spice, but it's just the peppercorns, you know.
Oh, I like the spice. My stomach doesn't.
Oh, I know. So anyway, we got that going now. And we're going to turn that back up just a little bit so it'll keep on sizzling. I'll put all that cold stuff in there. And we're going to let that cook until all the broth just about has evaporated. And it may take us about 10 minutes or so for that. So what I'm going to do during that time, I'm going to turn this back around at me. And I do want to talk to you guys just a few minutes about our business opportunity. Because Debbie and I had a little chat before we started the recording. But, you know, Pampered Chef has been really good to me. And those of you that know me well, you know that, you know, what kind of situation I was in when I started. I was needing extra money. I was recently divorced. I had 2 teenage boys and still in high school. Of course, that's been almost 15 years ago. And, you know, one was getting ready to start to college, and we just needed some extra cash coming in to pay bills. And Pampered Chef has been a fabulous way for me to earn extra money. Well, even though I was a full-time teacher, you know, educator. And now, you know, here I am almost 15 years later. My children are grown. I have my grandchildren now that I'm teaching them how to cook. My boys know how to cook, and they all have well-stocked kitchens, so they always know what they're getting for Christmas from me. But you know, not only that, but they got their education, and they didn't have much of a student loan to have to pay when it was all over, simply because of Pampered Chef. And it's just been a delight in my life. And it's meant so much to me, and not only the money, but you know, there's been so many other perks. I usually earn a free vacation every year. I've made so many friends across the country. It's just been remarkable. And you know, I wouldn't trade this experience for anything. So if you're looking for a way that you can bring in some extra cash, or maybe you're just looking for something fun to do, you know, make new friends, meet new people. There's just so many different perks. Or maybe you just love our products. A lot of people want to become a Pampered Chef consultant so they can get a really good deal on products, and that's all okay. But you know, we have a wonderful offer that's good for a few more days through the rest of January, and that is our you can get started with a business starter kit for $20.21, 2021, you know. And it does include all the business materials you need. It'll include a 3-month subscription for your website. It's just a great deal for $20. You know, you could start a business, and you just don't know where that business might take you. I certainly did not expect to still be selling Pampered Chef in 15 years from the time I started. I was just going to do it for a little while, but you know, it's been great, and I would love to have you as part of my team. So if this is something that sounds appealing to you, or if you've got some more questions about it, please reach out to me through the party. You can message me directly. That would be wonderful. We can chat through Messenger, or I can give you a call and we can talk. There's no obligation. It's just try it out and see if you like it, you know, and you can get some great products. Now, we do have 3 kits that are available as well, besides the little starter kit for $20. And of course, you do get quite a bit of product for your kitchen. So, you know, you sign up, you order a kit, and or you do the starter, the $20 one, and then you're a consultant, and you can start making money in just a few days. And I will be there to help you every step of the way. So if that's something that you want to try out, please let me know. I would love to have you. All right, let's get back to our cooking. Let me adjust my camera down. And it's looking pretty good. I'm going to stir that around a little bit. This is kind of when you have to cook with your ears. When we hear it sizzling, we know that it's doing what it's supposed to do. Sometimes, yesterday I was, what was I cooking? Oh, I was browning some potatoes in here. And I went out of the room for just a minute, but then I could hear them, and I thought, oh, I got to get back in there and move those around. So, you use all your senses when you cook, tasting, smelling, and even hearing. And of course, you look at it. So cooking is just it's a fun activity, something that you can do with your family, children, grandchildren, or your spouse. And it's a great way to teach your younger ones, what to do and how to prepare food that's healthy and good for them too. Well, that is looking pretty good. We're gonna have to let that cook just a little bit longer though to get that cauliflower done. And we actually want all that broth to evaporate out, and then the cauliflower will even get a little bit browner. Once that's done, I'm going to add the spinach in and put the lid on it and just let the spinach wilt a tiny little bit. And then it'll be ready to serve. I've got a couple of green onions I'm going to cut up, and I'll garnish with a few green onions on the top, and I think it's going to be a beautiful plate. So anyway, I don't want to bore you too long with letting you watch cauliflower cook. So what I'm going to do is I will make a picture, and I will post, I'm going to post the recording of this in all the parties, and then I will post a picture as well, so you can see the final product. I'll plate it up and pretend I'm Rachel Ray and make it look really pretty for you. But Debbie, thank you so much for being here and supporting me. And I know there's going to be some folks that will watch the recording. And so let me know what you think. If you have any questions or comments, you can do that, on the party group. But I am really excited to be working with all of you and getting to know you. And please reach out to me if I can help you. If you have questions about ordering or anything else, I'll be glad to help you with any of that. Okay. So anyway, I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. I hope you have a great meal at your house, and I will see you soon. Goodbye for now.